in our time, we try to go and meet other people. Social media, the bar, the gym, church, library, gaming communities. This topic here is going to be about gaming communities. My experience with them, how I feel by them, and what I think they should do better and what they should do worse. Hey guys, Crisis169 Clan Veteran here. I've been in communities since I was in college because it was a cheap way of meeting people without having to spend money, like in gas, to go somewhere. I played 360. I had Xbox Gold. That was about 50, 60 bucks a year. It always came down with a $39, $30, $40 deal that, I always got my hands on. That was cheap. So I always bought that every year. Had a credit card I used to buy mostly that and made books, and that was it. So really, my expenditures were very limited. I was making good money, but at Lowe's, been at Lowe's for 18 years now. But at the time, I didn't have, that kind of stuff. And, I needed to, cut corners where I could. So, the gaming communities, they're really good. Some really bad. I'm in talks right now with one of them. Exile Gaming. XGC. I was part of the KOG division, or Clan KOG. It was the Kings of Gaming. I had to fill out what they call, the grass isn't greener. I left back 9 years ago. Okay? I left 9 years ago because I became a part manager and I was making good money. And I decided to follow that instead of follow community. This is after I got my associate's degree, or associate's degree. I had to drop out of college because had to leave college in the end because the money dried up and the Pell Grant was not getting any more money, and my hours of work were increasing because I became a manager. So I'll become a manager, whatever, and do that. So I'm making good money, about maybe 32 grand a year. It wasn't a lot of money. That's back in 2006, 2007, 2008 era. So it wasn't too bad back then. The money wasn't bad, maybe longer than that. Maybe it was 2009 or whatever. Anyway, though, the point being was I was making good money, having a career choice that was showing that, hey, I put in time for it. I put in this time, getting money back, and putting this time in. Lowe's let me go to school and do what I could. When money ran out, it sucks how it goes, and everybody can go to college. Everybody applies, but only a slim few graduate. That's fine if you do. Hey, God bless you. If you don't, hey, welcome to the club. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Trade school is where it goes, or get your CDL trade schools, stuff like that. Nothing wrong college, but sometimes having a trade is better than having a degree in most cases, or even a CDL. That being said, though, is what happened to me terrible? What happened in the gaming community? No. And I'll tell you why, though, really. What really happened that made me leave XGC or Exile Gaming was that I was a captain back then. My rank was a captain. I had leadership responsibilities. Also a manager. More responsibilities. Most people in the squad or the clan that we call it, squad I was in, most of them didn't have a job. I think my sergeant or somebody who was like maybe a little older than me or about the same age as me, a little younger, had a part-time job at McDonald's. So he had a career, he had a job, so he had an idea where I was going. But he was not very helpful. The lieutenant was somebody who was just, there. And that's fine. Like I said, it's a gaming community. We're not here, we're here to make friends, but also we have a job to do. I take the gaming community very, very seriously. Any job I get my hands on, I take very seriously. No matter what it is, it is how it is with me. I'm a very go-getter kind of person. But I was in there for maybe about 6 months, maybe a little less than that. I was promoted to captain. A senior officer position. It was good. But in the same sense, that was bad because people under me and over me didn't really have much compassion to help or try to help. They just wrote me off as somebody who's just, okay, well, he's just not really going to do it because he has his full-time job. Not knowing I could put food on the table and pay bills. I have bills to pay. So, it's understandable to have that narcissistic or crappy attitude towards somebody when you don't have to go out there and earn a living. When mommy and daddy are whipping out the credit card and letting you buy Xbox Live constantly at a time with it. Yeah, you could be narcissistic, and I understand that. But also understand, though, that people in the community have jobs and don't have time to run home and wipe the noses of little Johnny. And I was working in there at Lowe's, closing, then turn around and opening at 5 in the morning because my staff just couldn't get out of bed to do it. Or, not fair, they were going to college too. They're younger than me, so they were going to college, and it's fine. But I still always feel kind of jaded by that, but realizing that, what, it is what it is. It is what it is. That, you can't make things, you can't make everybody happy, kind of scenario. Now, none of this is Lowe's fault. Lowe's didn't do anything wrong. I'm still working at Lowe's after 18 years, so if it was Lowe's fault, I would have left a long time ago. But I didn't, because I can enjoy what I do. But going back to communities, my story was I left because I had, a agreement that was an obligation to my livelihood. I did not leave because Johnny got promoted to this and I didn't like it and I left. No, that wasn't the case. I don't care if somebody, a private, was promoted to general. I don't care. As long as it makes sense to me, I didn't care back then. And I still don't care today about gaming communities. As long as it makes sense to me and people are doing, what they need to do, I don't care. They like work nowadays. I work the supply chain for Lowe's. Somebody brand new walks in the door and as a coach. I don't care. Why I don't care? Because, as long as it makes sense to me and the person know what they're doing, I don't care. Maybe a person worked at Walmart for 10 years, as an RDC, coach or whatever, and came over to our specific supply chain. Maybe wife's here, husband's there, others here, children are here, whatever. They come over here to where we're at. I don't care. As long as it makes sense, I don't care. As long as the person has a credential to do the job, I don't care. And that's how I feel in gaming community should be. You should have credentials to be leadership. I understand there was a buddy system out there, and everybody wants to be the buddy, and everybody wants to be cool and hip, but you can't have that in gaming communities. You can't have a gaming community where we have somebody who's leader who doesn't know what's going on. It don't work that way. It just does not work that way. You have to have people who know what they're doing in hierarchy. As long as it makes sense, and as long as the person can be credible, that's fine. And maybe because I had a full-time job and I was working, that they didn't understand that, and they didn't understand it. No one understood why I wasn't there. For meetings, and the meetings I always held were on days that I was off. I told them because I work and I can't just run home and have a meeting. So you're gonna have to work with me, and they never did. And that's why gaming communities today are suffering today. Because I went to KOG, the Kings of Gaming division or clan, and looked at every division. Some of them have 10 people, some have 5 people. Usually, the thing it's 8 people per squad, then the squad can split. And that's how many people we have. You have like 5 to 8 people, then it can split. And you have a general and a major, and then the captains are in charge of the hierarchy. You have a lieutenant underneath the captains. And you have, say, 5 people under each, or 8 people under each, 5 or 8, not including the captain and lieutenant. So essentially, you can have 100 squads and only have about 30 to 40 people. That's why I thought the Exile Gaming was pretty interesting with that, because they didn't have a list of thousands of people and that's it. You had one general, and I think they added a major eventually. A general and then the major, then you had the captains, who were really the squad leaders, or the company squad leaders, the company leaders, and they had squad leaders who were the first lieutenants, or lieutenants, what I call them, running each section, and that was it. And all the captains, reported to the general, or now I think major, then they reported to the general. I think that's the best way to do things. But when you have to sit there and explain to a person who is younger than me, and was probably in elementary school when I was in this community first time, going on 10 years ago now, it's kind of hard, going on 10 years ago here in the community next year, it's kind of hard to explain to somebody when you know to straight face this. Because I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid and a waste of time. I think it's stupid and a waste of time to have to explain to somebody who probably wasn't even in the division at the time that I was there why I left. And I said, I don't know why I left. I had no clue why I left. It could have been because of work. This is the stuff I want to start talking about on my channel. Not the useless crap, but the crap you might want to get into, like the gaming communities and the social media, and stuff. You might want to dive into this deeper and deeper. I'm giving you a gaming community underworld, things that you may not even think about. It's really important to you. That this is a crap that now you have to really understand, and really get into. That this is something that you have to get it really, 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 really understand. Why it's happening, and why we have the problems we have. I can see why a lot of kids are screaming and cursing like sailors on social media, because they're exposed to these gaming community people doing that. It doesn't make sense. So guys, this is my video, guys, about gaming communities. Exile Gaming to me is okay, but I'm not gonna spend a month and a half, a week and a half trying to explain to these people. If they don't get it by later on today, I'll just back out. To heck with it. Because I don't have time for this. I don't have time to explain to a bunch of children and young adults why I left the community 9 years ago. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't have to go into all day in task explaining what the hell happened. Who cares? It was 9 years ago. But guys, this is my video. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to work out in the gym. I'll see you guys later tonight. I'm going to talk about later tonight. I'm going to discuss GameStop, and the stores are looking kind of small. I talked to a lady up there yesterday who said, yeah, we've been told we're going into business for 7 years now, and I'm still here. And I'm going to make the comment, say, well, a lot of companies go out of business overnight, but I ain't say that. But I'm going to go down there and talk to you guys what I think and my predictions of when I think GameStop is really going to go. Because with the stores being as dead as they are, yes, some days you'll have people buying stuff, and that's good. People will buy pops and pogs, but I don't think that's going to save them. And the retro may save them. They have a new, pro membership they brought back, where it's, you get like, I think like 5% off all used stuff now, and clearance stuff too as well. So essentially, you save, like 30%. I think what you think 35% you'll save on stuff. So it ain't bad at all. But I'll catch you guys later. You guys be safe. I'm going to the gym. Enjoy this video. Like and comment. Like, subscribe, and comment. But comment if you've been in the community like Exile Gaming. And how was it? Are you still in there? If not, why you left? Because technically, I have to sit there and remember 9 years ago. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out.